This is a DGSR Media podcast, your gateway to engaging discussions and insightful content. Discover our newest episodes and a wealth of additional resources by visiting our website at www.dgsr.com. We're excited to have you with us. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to The Strategist, where we delve into the art and science of business strategy and leadership. I'm David Green, your guide on this journey. My career spans over 2 decades, blending diverse experiences from law enforcement to the corporate corridors of Amazon Web Services and into the transformative realms of nonprofit education. In my law enforcement days as a major crimes detective and forensic expert, I was honored multiple times as Officer of the Year, a testament to my dedication and results in complex investigations. Transitioning to the business world, I served as a business executive at Amazon Web Services. There, I was at the helm of safeguarding the largest data center market globally, refining business models and enhancing Amazon's foundational principles. I worked and lived in several countries, ensuring the continuity of our business model. But my journey did not stop there. I ventured into the nonprofit education sector, pioneering a new line of business. My focus was on dismantling outdated policies and innovating solutions that directly served our customers. This journey wasn't just about change. It was about revolutionizing how we operate. I dramatically increased productivity tenfold, slashed service level agreements by nearly 1,000%, saved millions of dollars, and turned a tide of thousands of annual complaints, some turning into lawsuits, to an outstanding 0 per year. Beyond my operational roles, I'm a 2-time published author and recognized speaker across various business markets. I bring these experiences to The Strategist, aiming to share insights, strategies, and leadership values that can empower you, our listeners, in your own journey. Good afternoon and welcome to The Strategist, the podcast where we dive deep into the tactics and insights that drive business success. I'm your host, David Green, and in today's episode, we're exploring a vital yet often overlooked aspect of the business world, motivation. Think about it. What really drives a successful business? Is it just the strategies, the financial investments, or technology? While all these play significant roles, at the core of every thriving business is a motivated team. Today, we're unraveling the layers of motivation in business. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is motivation? It's a term we often hear, but its depth is sometimes overlooked. In its essence, motivation is the driving force behind our actions, decisions, and behaviors. It's that internal or external stimulus that propels us forward, igniting our enthusiasm and commitment towards our goals. In the realm of business, motivation takes on a multifaceted role. It's not just about getting employees to do their task. It's about inspiring them to excel. When we talk about motivation in a workplace setting, we're looking at what encourages employees to go beyond the bare minimum. It's about fostering a passion for their work, a desire to contribute creatively, and drive to achieve excellence. This isn't just beneficial for the employee, it's also the cornerstone for organizational success. Think about the last time you felt truly motivated at work. What was the difference about your output, your attitude, and your satisfaction? Motivated employees bring a level of energy and innovation that transforms the quality of their work. They're more engaged, more productive, and often more collaborative. Their enthusiasm can be contagious, uplifting the entire team and creating a more dynamic and positive work environment. So why is it important from a strategic business perspective? Well, it's because motivated employees are the catalyst for business growth and sustainability. They are more likely to stay with the company, reducing turnover and the cost associated with it. They're problem solvers, they're change makers, and they're the driving force behind continuous improvement. In a world where businesses are constantly vying for a competitive edge, a motivated workforce isn't just an asset, it's a necessity. Now, let's dissect the 2 main types of motivation. The first one is intrinsic, and the other is extrinsic. This distinction is crucial in understanding how different individuals are driven to achieve success in their roles. Intrinsic motivation is all about the internal drive. It's when an individual is motivated by internal factors, driven by personal satisfaction or the joy of doing something. This might mean taking on a project because it's interesting, challenging, or perhaps aligns with their personal values and passions. An intrinsically motivated people finds a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment in the work itself, regardless of external rewards. For example, a team member might be intrinsically motivated to solve complex problems because they find it intellectually stimulating or aligning with their personal growth goals. Now, on the flip side, extrinsic motivation is driven by external rewards. These rewards can be tangible, like bonuses, salary hikes, promotions, or intangible, like recognition, praise, or prestigious assignments. And an extrinsically motivated individual might be spurred into action by the prospect of a bonus, a public commendation, or even the possibility of a higher position within the organization. While this type of motivation can be very effective in the short term, it's crucial for businesses to balance it with intrinsic motivations to ensure long-term engagement. Understanding and balancing these two types of motivations is key in developing a comprehensive motivation strategy. Every individual is unique, with different triggers for motivation. Some may thrive on recognition and rewards, while others might find their drive in the challenges and the intrinsic satisfaction of their work. A one-size-fits-all approach does not apply here. Leaders and managers need to recognize and cater to these differences. By fostering an environment that acknowledges both intrinsic and extrinsic motivators, businesses can create a more engaged, productive, and ultimately a more fulfilled workforce. In today's diverse and dynamic workforce, understanding these motivational factors is more important than ever. It's about creating a workplace culture that recognizes and celebrates different types of motivation. Whether it's through personalized career development plans that align with an employee's intrinsic goals or well-thought-out rewards programs that satisfy extrinsic desires, the goal is to tap into these motivations to propel both individual and organizational success. Firstly, let's talk about individual differences. Psychological tools like the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator help us understand that each employee is unique. For example, while one team member might excel in a collaborative setting, another might perform best when working independently. By recognizing these differences, we can tailor our approach to meet each employee's motivational needs. But let's stop there. Let's talk about motivation from a psychological perspective. Let's first talk about goal-setting theory. Psychologist Edwin Locke showed us that specific and challenging goals can significantly boost motivation. By setting SMART goals, we provide a clear direction and measurable benchmarks, which empower employees to track their progress and ultimately stay motivated. Next, we'll talk about the self-determination theory, proposed by Decky and Ryan, emphasizes three fundamental needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. We can boost motivation by giving employees a sense of control over their work, opportunities for skill development, and a feeling of connection with their colleagues. Now, moving on to feedback and recognition. B.F. Skinner's concept of positive reinforcement highlights the importance of acknowledging good work. Simple acts of recognition, whether it's well done in a meeting or a formal reward, can reinforce positive behaviors and motivate employees. Abraham Maslow's theory teaches us that the basic needs must be met before employees can fully focus on higher level goals. This means creating a safe and secure work environment, then building on that with opportunities for social connection and recognition. Next, let's talk about John Stacey Adams. His equity theory reminds us of the importance of fairness. When employees feel they are treated equitably, especially in terms of rewards and recognition, they are more likely to be motivated and committed to their work. Finally, let's consider job design. Enhancing a job to include a variety of autonomy, significance can significantly increase motivation. Encouraging employees to take on new challenges or responsibilities that align with their interests can also be incredibly motivating. Now, while these theories provide fantastic framework, let's ground our discussion in reality. What do employees truly want? To answer this, we need to look beyond theories into actual workplace dynamics. Let's explain some real-life examples and see how understanding true employee desires can lead to enhanced motivation. Consider the case of a tech company like Google. One of the key things their employees value is flexibility and work-life balance. Google addresses this by offering flexible work hours and options to work from home. This approach not only respects employees' personal lives, but also boosts their productivity and loyalty to the company. By acknowledging and accommodating the individual needs of employees, Google has created a motivated and committed workforce. Another example is from LinkedIn. They found that many employees are motivated by opportunities for growth and learning. In response, LinkedIn offers various professional development programs and encourages internal mobility. This strategy not only keeps employees motivated, but also helps the company retain talent. Employees who see a path for growth within their organization are more likely to stay motivated and committed. Let's also look at Salesforce, right? Known for its innovative recognition and rewards systems. They implement a program where employees can give each other points redeemable for various prizes. This system of peer-to-peer recognition has fostered a positive work culture and increased employee engagement and motivation. These examples illustrate that what employees truly want can vary greatly, from flexibility and work-life balance to opportunities for growth and meaningful recognition. Understanding these desires requires not just a theoretical approach, but also a keen observation of our own workforce, open communication channels, and willingness to adapt and motivate. As we reflect on these motivational theories, it's important to recognize that while they offer valuable insights, they may not fully address the core of what employees genuinely seek. The true essence of motivation often lies beyond the surface of strategies and theories. So, what do employees really want? At the heart of it all, they seek to be recognized and valued. It's not just about a paycheck, it's about feeling appreciated and seen. You can offer a substantial salary, but if employees don't feel valued or recognized, it won't address their deeper issues. Monetary rewards are important, but they're not the whole story. To truly motivate employees, it's crucial to create a culture where they feel supported and valued. This means having their back in more ways than one. In meetings, for example, backing your team members acknowledges their contributions, and defending their ideals can boost their confidence and sense of belonging. It shows them that they're an integral part of your team and that their input is valued. Encouragement plays a pivotal role as well. Simple gestures like recognizing someone's effort publicly, offering words of support during challenging times, or providing constructive feedback can make a significant difference. It's about showing that you care, and not just about their output, but about them as individuals. Moreover, catering to individuals' needs is key. This means understanding and acknowledging that each employee has unique desires, challenges, and motivations. Some might value flexible working hours to balance personal commitments, while others might appreciate opportunities for professional growth. Listening to and acting on these needs demonstrates that you value them, not just as a worker, but as a person. Let me share a scenario that might resonate with many of you. Imagine your manager approaches you frustrated because another working group isn't receptive of their ideals. These ideals have been successful in the past, but the message that they're giving them is just not getting through. How should you, as a leader, handle this situation? The instinct might be to go in and strong-arm the conversation, insisting that other groups listen to your employee. This approach, often backfires. It creates a resistance and closes down productive dialogue. Leadership isn't about forcing compliance, it's about fostering understanding and collaboration. Instead, the key is to balance the conversation. Start by listening to other teams, understand their perspective and concerns, then gently guide the discussion by highlighting the merits of your employees' ideals, providing supporting evidence and context that may not be apparent to the other group. This approach shows respect for all parties involved and opens up a space for mutual understanding. Remember, conversations are often won by the heart of the calm, not by the strong arming. It's about redirecting the discussion to a place of mutual respect and understanding. As a leader, your role is to bridge gaps and build relationships, not just assert your authority. By demonstrating empathy and a willingness to listen, you not only resolve the immediate issue, but also set a tone of cooperation and respect within your team. If you adopt this balanced approach in handling conflicts or differencing of opinions, you achieve two crucial objectives. First, you support your employee by validating their ideals. It's important for team members to feel that their contributions are acknowledged and defended. This validation is a powerful motivator because it reinforces their sense of worth and belonging in the team. Second, you demonstrate really strong leadership by steering the conversation in a manner that makes everyone receptive to new ideals. True leadership isn't about imposing authority. It's about facilitating understanding and cooperation. It's about being a mediator who can merge different viewpoints together into a cohesive and productive outcome. This approach not only resolves the immediate issue, but also cultivates a culture of open communication and mutual respect. This, in essence, is true leadership. It's not just about leading the charge, but also about bringing everyone along with you, ensuring that each voice is heard and valued. It's about creating an environment where constructive dialogues lead to innovative solutions. When you lead by example in this way, you're doing more than just managing people. You're inspiring them. Ultimately, the goal is for your employees to see your leadership style and be inspired to emulate it. They should want to replicate your balance of assertiveness and empathy, your ability to listen and guide, and your skill in navigating complex interpersonal dynamics. When employees inspire to your leadership style, they're not just motivated in their current roles, they're being prepared to be the future leaders of your organization. Ultimately, the key to fostering motivation lies in a timeless principle: treat others as you would like to be treated. This golden rule is particularly powerful in the context of leadership and team dynamics. When you respect, value, and support your team members in the way you would want to be respected, valued, and supported, you cultivate an environment where motivation flourishes. This approach is foundational in building the right culture, a culture where each individual feels a sense of belonging and purpose. It's about creating a workplace where employees are not just motivated by external rewards, but are also driven by a shared vision and mutual respect. When you align your leadership style with these principles, you don't just motivate, you inspire lasting commitment and enthusiasm. But let's pause here to consider a common pitfall among many leaders and managers: a lack of deep understanding of their organization's core needs and the specific requirements of each job role. This gap often leads to ineffective hiring decisions. Effective leadership demands a clear vision of the ideal candidate for a given role, transcending beyond impressive resumes to find someone who is truly aligned with the organizational culture and the role expectations. Consider a scenario where you're hiring for an IT customer support position. John Doe applies, boasting an impressive resume, a graduate degree in IT, and a decade of experience. He's the most qualified candidate you've seen, and you're really excited to offer him an interview. During the conversation, you discover his preference for remote work, yet the role in question requires a physical presence in the office to address immediate concerns effectively. In an attempt to sway him, you offer additional $5,000 per year to work on site. He hesitantly agrees, suggesting a possible acceptance of the job offer. However, this approach is a short-term solution. While the financial incentive may initially motivate the employee, it's likely to lose its appeal over time, potentially leading to dissatisfaction and reduced productivity. This example underscores the importance of aligning a candidate's expectations and preferences with the job's inherent requirements. It's not just about hiring a set of skills, but finding a person who genuinely fits the unique culture and operational style of your business. So before you open up the job description, you need to do these things. First, you as a leader need to understand the job's role. Define the role clearly. Start by developing a comprehensive job description. This should, include not only the technical skills required, but also the soft skills, such as communication, teamwork, and any specific traits that align with our company's culture. Next, you need to identify the key competencies. Determine the essential competencies and traits that are critical for success in this role. This include, problem-solving abilities, adaptability, leadership potential, or specific technical skills. Next, you need to know your organizational culture. Define your culture if your leader hasn't defined it for you. Understand and articulate your company's culture. What are your core values, work ethics, and general work environment? For instance, does your company value innovation, a fast-paced environment, or maybe a collaborative approach? Next, you need to seek a cultural fit. Look for candidates who not only have the skills, but also resonate with your company's culture. Someone who excels in a competitive environment may not thrive in a collaborative, team-oriented culture. Next, you need to look at the recruitment process. Effective job postings. Ensure your job posting reflects both the role's requirements and the company's culture. Use language that conveys what it's like to work at your organization. Next, you need to move on to behavioral interviewing. Utilize behavioral interview techniques. Ask candidates to provide specific examples from their past experience that demonstrates their skills and behaviors relevant to the role in your company culture. Next, you need to consider work preferences. Discuss work preferences early in the interview process. For roles that require on-site presence, ensure the candidate is comfortable with this arrangement. Be transparent about what the role entails. Next, you need to use assessments wisely. If applicable, use personality and skill assessments to gauge how well candidates might fit the role of your team and your company culture. Finally, you need to come down to the decision-making. You need to have a balanced evaluation. Weigh a candidate's skills, experience, cultural fit, and personal preferences equally. Avoid placing too much emphasis on any single aspect. And lastly, team involvement. Involve other team members in the interview process to get a well-rounded view of how the candidate might fit within your organization. Let's take a moment to reflect on the hiring process. Often when faced with the decision to whom to hire, many default to prioritizing candidates with the most impressive resumes and educational backgrounds. While these factors are undeniably important, they should not be the sole criteria for making a hiring choice. The essence of a truly successful hire lies in finding someone who not only meets the technical requirements, but who also seamlessly fits the profile you envision for the role. Their passion for the job and the alignment with company's values and culture are equally, if not more, crucial. Imagine a candidate as a puzzle piece. They're not just looking for someone with the right shape, skills, and experience, but also for someone with the right design, personality, work style, and values to complete this picture. It's a synergy between the candidate's professional qualifications and their personal attributes that often leads to the most successful hires. Consider this. You can train an employee to use a specific software program or to develop a particularly technical skill. Heck, you could even send them to college to get their master's degree. However, instilling in them a passion for your company's mission or adapting to the fundamental work preferences like working in an office versus remotely is far more challenging, if not absolutely impossible. Therefore, while evaluating candidates, it's vital to look beyond the resume. Assess their enthusiasm for the role and the company. Are they excited about what your company does? Do they show a genuine interest in contributing to your organizational goals? Do their personal values align with your company's cultures? These are the aspects that will ultimately determine not just their performance, but also their commitment and fitment within their team. In summary, while education and professional qualifications are important markers of a candidate's capability, they are only part of the equation. The best hires are often those who fit well within the team, are passionate about their work, and share your company's vision and values. This holistic approach to hiring can lead to more engaged, satisfied, and productive employees, driving success for both the individual and the organization. What this fundamentally applies is that the journey of employee motivation begins right from day one. Hiring the right person for a specific role is the initial crucial step in any journey. It's about finding someone whose skills, passions, and values align not just with the job description, but also with the overarching ethos of the company. This alignment sets the stage for intrinsic motivation, where the employee naturally feels engaged and invested in their work from the outset. Once the right candidate is on board, the focus shifts to the role of management in sustaining and nurturing this motivation. This is where the skills and strategies, as previously outlined, come into play. Effective management is not just about overseeing work. It's about actively engaging with employees and understanding their aspirations, strengths, and areas of growth. Managers should strive to create an environment where employees feel valued and understood, where their contributions are recognized, and where there is clear communication about goals and expectations. Regular feedback, both positive and constructive, is essential in this process. It helps employees understand how their work fits into the larger picture and how they are progressing in their roles. Moreover, providing opportunities for professional development and career advancement is key to keeping employees motivated and invested in the business. When employees see a path for growth and feel that their employer is invested in their future, their motivation to contribute meaningfully to the company often deepens. In essence, hiring the right person is just the beginning. The ongoing challenge for managers is to maintain and enhance the initial motivation. By employing effective management practices that focus on engagement, recognition, communication, and development, managers can ensure that employees remain motivated, committed, and deeply integrated within the fabric of business. Remember, the journey to effective leadership and motivation is ongoing and ever-evolving. By treating others as you'd like to be treated and continuously striving to build a supportive and inspiring culture, we set the stage for both individual and organizational success. As we wrap up today's insightful journey on the Strategist, remember that the heart of successful business lies in its people. Motivating your team is about more than strategies and goals. It's about creating a culture of respect, innovation, and purpose. Each employee brings a unique set of motivations and aspirations. Recognizing and nurturing these values of individuals is what transforms a good team into a great one. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of employee motivation. I hope you found inspiration and practical ideals to implement in your own teams. Stay tuned for more episodes where we'll continue to unravel the secrets to business success. Until next time, keep leading with empathy, keep inspiring innovation, and continue strategizing for success. This is The Strategist, signing off.